Each year, a staggering number of lives, nearly 60,000 on average, are claimed by some of the deadliest natural disasters, including earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, tsunamis, floods, wildfires, and droughts, as reported by the Global Change Data Lab. While violent natural disasters have been an inherent part of human existence since time immemorial, the exact death tolls of the most ancient catastrophes remain lost to history. Take, for instance, the catastrophic volcanic eruption that wiped out the entire Minoan civilization on the ancient Mediterranean island of Thera, now Santorini, Greece, around 1600 before Christ. The extent of the human toll from such events may never be fully known. However, relying on historical records and journals from the Common Era provides historians with the means to estimate the number of fatalities associated with disasters. In this context, we'll explore the deadliest natural disasters of all time, ordered from the lowest to the highest estimated death toll. In cases where a death toll range is provided, the disaster is ranked by the highest end of the estimate. 10. The 1138 Aleppo Earthquake. On October 11, 1138, the ground beneath the Syrian city of Aleppo violently trembled. Situated at the convergence of the Arabian and African plates, Aleppo is susceptible to earthquakes, but this particular event was exceptionally forceful. The magnitude of the quake remains unknown, yet contemporary chroniclers documented the collapse of the city's citadel and the widespread destruction of houses in Aleppo. The reported death toll, estimated at approximately 230,000, originates from the 15th century. However, a 2004 paper in the journal Annals of Geophysics suggests that this figure may have been influenced by historical inaccuracies, possibly conflating the Aleppo quake with one in what is now the modern-day Eurasian country of Georgia. Despite uncertainties, this event is considered the 10th most deadly natural disaster in history. 10. The 2004 Indian Ocean Earthquake and Tsunami. Sharing the 10th spot is a devastating earthquake of magnitude 9.1 that struck beneath the sea off the west coast of Sumatra, Indonesia, on December 26, 2004. This seismic event triggered an enormous tsunami, resulting in the tragic loss of approximately 230,000 lives and displacing nearly 2 million people across 14 South Asian and East African countries. Racing at speeds of up to 500 miles per hour, 804 kilometers per hour, the tsunami reached coastal areas within a mere 15 to 20 minutes after the earthquake, leaving residents with minimal time to seek higher ground. In particularly affected regions, notably in Indonesia, the tsunami waves surged to heights exceeding 100 feet, 30 meters, as reported by World Vision, a humanitarian aid organization. The combined damages from the earthquake and tsunami are estimated at $10 billion. This event stands as the third-largest earthquake globally since 1900, and its resulting tsunami holds the tragic distinction of claiming more lives than any other recorded in history, according to NOAA's National Centers for Environmental Information. 9. The 1976 Tangshan Earthquake. At 3:42 a.m. on July 28, 1976, a seismic upheaval of magnitude 7.8 obliterated the Chinese city of Tangshan, as reported by the U.S. Geological Survey (USGS). Tangshan, an industrial hub with a population of approximately 1 million during the disaster, endured a devastating toll, with casualties exceeding 240,000, according to official records. However, some experts contend that this figure is significantly underestimated and posit that the true loss of life might have been closer to 700,000. Evidently, 85% of Tangshan's structures crumbled, and the tremors reverberated as far as Beijing, China, over 100 miles, 180 kilometers away. The reconstruction of Tangshan to its former splendor took several years. 8. The 526 Antioch Earthquake. Estimating the precise death toll of the Antioch earthquake, which occurred millennia ago, poses a significant challenge. John Malalas, a contemporary chronicler, claimed that around 250,000 people perished when the earthquake struck the Byzantine Empire city, now located in Turkey and Syria, in May 526. Malalas attributed the calamity to the wrath of God and reported that fires consumed everything in Antioch that the earthquake spared. A 2007 paper in the Medieval History Journal suggests that the death toll might have been higher than usual due to the timing of the earthquake. The city was reportedly teeming with tourists celebrating Ascension Day, a Christian feast commemorating Jesus' ascension into heaven. 7. The 1920 Haiyuan Earthquake. The Haiyuan Earthquake stands as the most substantial seismic event recorded in China throughout the 20th century, boasting the highest magnitude and intensity, remarked Deng Qidong, a geologist affiliated with the Chinese Academy of Sciences, during a seminar in 2010. This earthquake, which struck Haiyuan County in north-central China on December 16, 1920, also reverberated through the neighboring Gansu and Shaanxi provinces. Initially reported as a magnitude 7.8 on the Richter scale, China presently asserts that its magnitude was 8.5, introducing discrepancies in the historical record. Moreover, the reported loss of lives varies. While the USGS documented a total casualty count of 200,000, a 2010 study by Chinese seismologists suggests that the death toll might have reached as high as 273,400. The region's abundance of loess soils, characterized by porous and unstable silta sediment, triggered substantial landslides, accounting for over 30,000 of these fatalities, according to a 2020 study published in the journal Landslides. 6. Thai, the 1839 Coringa Cyclone. The Coringa Cyclone struck the port city of Coringa on India's Bay of Bengal on November 25, 1839, generating a formidable storm surge of 40 feet, 12 meters, as reported by NOAA's Atlantic Oceanographic and Meteorological Laboratory Hurricane Research Division. The wind speeds and category of the hurricane remain unknown, a common challenge for storms predating the 20th century. This devastating event resulted in the destruction of approximately 20,000 ships and vessels, along with the tragic loss of an estimated 300,000 lives. 6. Thai, the 1881 Haiphong Typhoon. Ranking alongside the Coringa Cyclone as the sixth deadliest natural disaster is the 1881 typhoon that battered the port city of Haiphong in northeastern Vietnam on October 8. It is also suspected to have claimed the lives of around 300,000 people. 5. The 2010 Haiti Earthquake. The devastating magnitude 7.0 earthquake that shook Haiti just northwest of Port-au-Prince on January 12, 2010, emerges as one of the three deadliest earthquakes in recorded history. Haiti's status as one of the poorest nations in the Western Hemisphere, coupled with its limited history of significant earthquakes, rendered it highly susceptible to extensive damage and loss of life. The quake impacted as many as 3 million individuals. Initial death toll estimates varied significantly. The Haitian government initially reported 230,000 fatalities, but in January 2011, officials revised the figure to 316,000. A study from 2010 published in the journal Medicine, Conflict and Survival suggested around 160,000 deaths, while the USGS presented lower figures at approximately 100,000. These discrepancies underscore the challenges of accurately counting casualties, even in the contemporary era, compounded by political considerations surrounding official numbers. 4. The 1970 Bhola Cyclone. Striking what is now Bangladesh, formerly East Pakistan, on November 12 to 13, 1970, this tropical cyclone, as reported by NOAA's Hurricane Research Division, featured maximum wind speeds reaching 130 miles per hour, 205 kilometers per hour, equivalent to a Category 4 major hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. Before making landfall, a formidable 35-foot (10.6 m) storm surge inundated the low-lying islands along the Bay of Bengal, triggering widespread flooding. The devastating combination of the storm surge and a lack of evacuation efforts resulted in an enormous loss of life, with estimates ranging from 300,000 to 500,000 people. A 1971 report jointly released by the National Hurricane Center and the Pakistan Meteorological Department acknowledged the difficulty in accurately assessing the death toll, particularly due to the presence of seasonal workers in the region for the rice harvest. As of the writing of this article, the Bhola Cyclone holds the grim distinction of being the deadliest tropical cyclone on record, according to the World Meteorological Organization, and it caused an estimated $86 billion in damages. 3. The 1556 Shaanxi Earthquake. China's Shaanxi province bore witness to the deadliest earthquake in history on January 23, 1556. Dubbed the Jiajing Great Earthquake after the reigning emperor, this seismic event decimated a 621 square mile (1,000 square kilometers) expanse of the country, reducing it to ruins, as reported by the Science Museums of China. Tragically, an estimated 830,000 people lost their lives as their yaodong, cave homes intricately carved into the region's loess plateaus, succumbed to the devastation. While the precise magnitude of the quake eludes historical records, contemporary geophysicists approximate it to be around magnitude 8. 2. The 1887 Yellow River Flood. In the late 1880s, the Yellow River, Huanghe in China posed a significant threat due to elevated dikes constructed to confine the river within the central farmland. Over time, sedimentation had lifted the river's level, creating a precarious situation. In September 1887, heavy rains caused the river to breach these dikes, inundating 5,000 square miles, 12,949 square kilometers of low-lying land, as detailed in the Encyclopedia of Disasters, Environmental Catastrophes and Human Tragedies, Greenwood Publishing Group, 2008. This devastating flood resulted in an estimated loss of 900,000 to 2 million lives. 1. The 1931 Yangtze River floods. Excessive rainfall during July and August of 1931 led to the deadliest natural disaster in recorded history, the Central China floods of 1931. The Yangtze River surpassed its banks as spring snowmelt combined with over 24 inches (600 millimeters) of rain in July alone. The nature of disaster in China. The 1931 Yangtze River flood, Cambridge University Press, 2018, reports that the flood submerged nearly 70,000 square miles, 180,000 square kilometers, transforming the Yangtze into what resembled a vast lake or ocean. While official government figures suggested around 2 million casualties, other sources, including NOAA, propose a potential toll as high as 3.7 million people. Thank you for exploring the most dangerous and deadliest natural disasters with us. If you found this information eye-opening, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more intriguing content. Stay informed, stay prepared, and we'll catch you in the next video. Until then, take care.